So friends, today we will learn about UML's class diagram. So UML has two kind of diagrams. One is structural diagrams, which are used to represent the structure of your code somehow, that how your code is organized, what are the various classes, what are the various interactions between those classes, etc. And other are behavioral diagrams. So how your code works, what is the behavior of your code, how your code functions, those things so are represented by behavioral diagrams. So under this structural diagram is a class diagram which is of our interest to learn design patterns. So we will learn about class diagram notations. So if we write a variable int x in some programming language like C++ or Java, we write it like x colon int in UML. So the variable name, then a colon, and then its data type. And if we want to represent the visibility of members, then plus is used for public variables, that is the variables which can be accessed from anywhere. Private, those variables which can be accessed only from the class itself, so those are preceded by a minus. So if this variable is a private variable, it will be preceded with a minus sign. Protected variables are represented by a hash sign. These are the variables which can be accessed only from the subclasses of your own class. Derived is a combination of these modifiers represented by slash, and a tilde represents that the member can be accessed only from the classes belonging to the same package. So package is a group of classes, so those classes can access this variable only. So let's see a Java class. So this is a Java class ant. So this is having a variable which is public. So public string variable, data type is string, and the variable name is antenna. Another is a method called walk. Its return type is int, and it is a protected method. So this is the default implementation for that method. So this is how the Java class looks like. So its corresponding UML diagram is here. So this entity, that is this class, will be represented in UML like this. So here we draw a rectangular block, we write the class name in the top rec, then in the next rec we write the name of all the variables. Here we have only one, that is antenna, colon, its data type. I have forgot one thing, it's public. So public is represented by plus, so I will apply a plus here. Okay, so now it's correct. And there is a method also in this class, so we draw one more line and write the name of all the methods in the third rec. So this is how it goes. First rec contains the class name, second rec the variable names, and third all the method names. So same convention for method. It's protected, so protected is represented by hash. So I will apply a hash before this thing. It should be within this block. Hash, the method name, that is walk, followed by opening bracket and closing bracket, then colon, and then the return type of the method, that is int. So these are the things we have discussed today. Later we will discuss the relations between these entities and how they are represented. Thank you, friends.